Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
More Niger Deltans have continued to debate the legality or otherwise of the recent appointment of Mr. Effiong Akwa as interim administrator of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Nddc. While those describing Mr. Akwa's appointment as illegal have called for his immediate replacement with a properly constituted board, others insist that President Muhammadu Buhari acted within the ambit of the law in the recent appointment.
On December 12, 2020, President Muhammadu Buhari appointed Effiong Akwa interim administrator of the Nddc. Akwa's appointment followed the disbandment of the Professor Keme Bradikumo-led Interim Management Committee in line with a court order restraining its members from remaining in office. Ever since, it has been one appointment, too many reactions. In the camp of Niger Deltans who are not comfortable with the current leadership structure of the Nddc are those clamoring for an immediate constitution and inauguration of a board to oversee affairs of the commission. The uproar greeting Akwa'S recent appointment is traceable to past events in the Nddc. In August 2019, President Buhari nominated a board comprising 16 members whose names were forwarded to the Senate for confirmation. After the Pius Odubu-led board was expeditiously confirmed by the Senate, President Buhari made a U-turn and disbanded the board. The president had gone ahead to appoint an interim management committee led by Dr. Joy Nunye in lieu of a substantive board for the Nddc.
It is not acceptable to the people of the region. Mr. President should cancel the appointment of Mr. Akwa Effiong and reconstitute a board for the Nddc. We have been clamoring for that.
If you continue to run a commission that is so sensitive to the developmental needs of the people of Niger Delta with sole administrator, it therefore means that they cannot achieve anything meaningful. We as youth of Niger Delta, we are tired, we are unhappy, and we are going to confront this monster once and for all.
Contrary to the position that appointing an interim management to oversee affairs of the Nddc amounts to illegality, sympathizers of President Buhari have argued that the law establishing the Nddc allows the president to tinker with the commission's management whenever the need for corporate good governance arises. Section 23 of the Nddc Act specifically provides that, subject to the provisions of this Act, the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, may give the Commission directives of a general nature or relating generally to matters of policy with regards to the performance by the Commission of its functions, and it shall be the duty of the Commission to comply with the directives.
Such directives must be complied with. So what the President has done in appointing a sole administrator in line with that particular section of the Nddc Act is not only in order, but it's in the interest of the Nddc and indeed the entire Niger Delta region. There is no basis for this clamor. We should allow the President's directives to hold sway, ensure that the forensic audit is conducted, ensure that the sole administrator has the opportunity to hold forth the Nddc pending when the forensic audit has been concluded, and then have a board be appointed on a clean slate.
Niger Deltans opposed to the current leadership of the Nddc have equally maintained that the most senior civil servant in the Nddc should have emerged as the Commission's interim administrator following the disbandment of the immediate past Interim Management Committee. However, others argue that Mr. Effiong Akwa, who was appointed Acting Executive Director of Finance and Administration in August last year, was the most senior serving official in the Nddc, whose appointment followed due process. They recall that Mr. Akwa, who replaced the late Acting Executive Director of Finance and Administration, Chief Ibanga Etang, was not party to the legal tussle that led to the disbandment of the previous interim management, making his appointment a virtue of necessity. Mr. Akwa's appointment is described as well-deserved.
With the recent court judgment restraining the Interim Management Committee from working There couldn't have been a vacuum. I think the appointment of the interim administrator was to fill that vacuum because the agency cannot run in a vacuum. So I think it's the best option at the moment. While the region is desirous of a board, I think that we need to first complete the forensic exercise, which I believe that the interim administrator will drive to a logical conclusion. And I'm also sure that appointment is with a short term. Soon after that, I think we'll have a board that will come on a clean slate.
He's a lawyer. He is a chartered accountant. He comes with a high sense of purpose to service. Makes a lot of sense to have him so appointed. So we are saying that it will help the region.
Mr. Effiong Akwa, a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria and solicitor of the Supreme Court, is a former general manager of Akwa'S Savings and Loans Limited, a mortgage bank owned and operated by the Akwa State government. With his recent appointment, he has the mandate to supervise the ongoing forensic audit of the NDDC, which expectedly will be concluded by April this year.
There's no time to waste. What we have done now is to hit the ground running. I met with the directors. I have told them we had to sit there, right there on the spot. We look at the vision of redeeming the image of the Niger Delta. We are going to change the narratives. Hitherto, you have situations where people rush to places to do projects that state governors had already invested. They want to go and take advantage of that. We are saying no, there should be another trajectory for developing the Niger Delta.
While concerned Niger Deltans are divided in their opinion on the current leadership composition of the NDDC, they all look forward to a successful forensic audit that is capable of midwifing a rejuvenated commission empowered to carry out its mandates in the Niger Delta. The implication is that the government of President Buhari has the moral obligation to ensure that, unlike similar exercises in the past, the ongoing forensic audit of the NDDC provides expected outcomes in the collective interest of distraught oil-producing communities in the Niger Delta.
Inside the Niger Delta,